This conference will now be recorded.
Right. So in the last class, we're looking into the types of cloud, your models of cloud, all those things in here. And with respect to my types of cloud in here, we saw like it's a private cloud, and we also saw regarding your public cloud in here. So what is a private cloud? So private cloud is something, whenever you're trying to deploy your application with respect to the cloud where you do not want your public to access for sure. I don't want my public to access. So only it's not for my general public. It's purely for my authorized users, only for my dedicated customers only. So for that reason being, you can go and you place your application within your private cloud in here. Similarly, the other application which is purely for my public access. So those things which doesn't require any credentials, nothing. For such kind of application can be placed in your public cloud in here. So let me go ahead now. Let me try to write a few things what we have in here. So like your public, home, and let's go with your private. Okay. So in general, what is the first step? Can anybody tell me what is the first point? What is the difference between public and private?
Access
It means the website.
credentials,
Sorry?
maybe.
Yeah.
Credentials.
So I would say instead of say credentials, all those things, I would say it's a publicly shared by all the people. So applications are shared publicly. So everybody can go ahead or everybody can access it in here. So or applications which have been accessed by all. Public cloud is there, applications are accessed by all. All means in the general line, it's called as like public. So whereas coming to my private here, applications are not accessed by all. It's only for your authorized people in here. So applications applications can be accessed by authorized members only. Can be accessed by authorized members only, but not by everybody. So this is the first one. Second thing. So in generally, when I say public, what do you know? So what kind of data you may go with? General, when I say it's for public access, that means it's a generalized data. So I would say it's a less security. So applications which has, which has less confidential data, or you have less confidential, information, you can go and launch in your public cloud engine. But the other part, the second thing, coming to private, the applications, which are highly confidential, high confidential, then information, then you can go with your private engine. So in generally, your, as I told you, your government sector, your banking sectors, so your, like as I have examples of your home loans respect to, which is very it should be very confidential. I should not allow my other customers to know what the loan you took or what the details you have with respect to home loan. Similarly, the other things like listing of your properties within your with respect to government in here. So it's a confidential. So it's not like for general public. So all such kind of things can be go with your private things in here. So third point. So again, so when you are in public, the cost related things, because when you say it's general public, so normal usage is less security means the standards will be a little bit down. I mean, the monitoring part will be a little bit less when compared to my private. So it's something like keeping common watchman to our apartment. So that watchman is common to everybody. So he can't go and watch in each and every apartment, every flat in here. But if you're keeping your specifically for your exclusively for your particular flat, if we have your own physically security guard, then it's more, it's like a more security for your flat in here. That means you're trying to pay extra part for specifically for your flat. So that's nothing but when I say private, the name itself, it's very costly. When I say it's a public, it's a little bit, the cost will be a little bit low in here when compared to private in here. So it's common. So when I say it's less confidential data in here, and when I say it's high confidential, so when you say high confidential, the security should be more. That means the way you try to go in here, the cloud provider will try to go in such a manner that they'll try to monitor much on the application which are being hosted in your private cloud rather than your public cloud in here. So I would say the cost with respect to my public will be less, but here the cost with respect to my private will be obviously high, because you will be specifically, or you will be exclusively monitored on all the applications which are in private cloud in here. And coming to my the access part, accessing. So how can you access your public the applications? By using your internet as usual. Internet, and if you go with if you have internet, you can go and access it. So this is like common internet on the IP addresses what you have in here. So it's like all the things are in commonly available. So for everybody, whatever the IP address, any IP address can go and access the applications. I can access my application, I can access my YouTube, you can access your YouTube. Your IP address will be different, my IP address will be different. So any IP address, not a problem. Any any internet provider, anything, not a problem. I can go ahead and access my public, the application which I have launched my public. But coming to my private, it's not the case, guys. So the applications which are running on your private cloud, the network what you have inside your private cloud in here, it's very, very confidential. So that particular IP address will be known only to my authorized users only, but not by everybody. So it's not like a generally public, as I said earlier. So here as well, they'll be using your internet to access my applications which are in private cloud, but the IP address is very secure IP address. It's not for general things in here. And sometimes to be more confidential, they will be having a separate line from my data center to on-premise system where you're using application. Even that cases are also possible. So suppose you are in Chennai, and there is a data center in Chennai for Azure, for Microsoft. So if you think that's okay, it's very, very highly confidential, nobody should hack at any cost, then you may have a separate fiber line coming from a data center to my on-premises where you're accessing your application. Even that is possible. So how much so confidential, so private things are happening in here. So it's very, very secure. The IP address is what you have. It's very secure. It's like not a common IP addresses where anybody can go and anybody can access my things in here. It's very highly cost things in here. That is the reason my cost also will be very high in here, because you are trying to go with your exclusive services. So exclusive is the same means that the word itself says it's very it's very costly. Okay, and what else? So of course, when you talk about my public cloud, I can see many applications which are being used in for public. So I would say, I can say more customers will be available in my public cloud. I mean, application will be more with respect to my, I would say, instead of more customer, I would say more applications in here rather than coming to my private cloud in here. Because private, not like everybody will go into the private level. Only the things, people who feel that it's very secure to have the things in here with respect to their information or respect to the the network what they're trying to go with. So based upon that, very few applications will be going to private cloud, where most of the things will be coming under my public clouds only. Okay, so public cloud is can be easily accessed, or easily be you can go ahead, you can copy the content from your any website, download it, you download your videos, you can do anything in here, because it's a purely public and nothing is monitored and everything is so less confidential information in here. But coming to private, it's not the case. For that reason being, so when you're trying to go with very highly confidential, only for authorized members, everything secure IP addresses which a separate line from your data center to your on-premise system. So all those things will be coming with the help of my private things in here. So these are the little bit differences between your public and private thing, guys. So any questions up to this level, guys? right? So now if you observe here the government, for example, let me go with the government sector. So here, as I told you, I have an application where I can, I can go ahead and I can pay my property tax. Correct? I can pay property tax. So this is, this is like one of the application available. And this, since this is more general public, obviously such kind of application will be played in where? In my public cloud for sure. At the same time, you have applications where you're registering your name, you're entering all the details of your properties. It's like it's like a property details you're having. You're trying to register your name on the property. So you're in a registration office. So when such kind of applications where all, it's not only yours, right? All the people who are the citizens of Hyderabad, citizens of India, wherever you have, when they're highly central government, or like let's take with the state government within Telangana. So all your citizens of Hyderabad who are trying to register their names on the properties, all this information will be available with the government. So they'll try to keep it in with respect to a particular application here, where this application contains very highly confidential information, where who are the owners of each and every property who are available or living in Hyderabad city in here. So that information is very confidential. So such kind of applications, since are very confidential, they will be placed in where? In my private cloud in here. Similarly, when coming to my bank application here, yesterday I came to know, I went and I want to see my what is the rate of interest with respect to for home loans in here. So when I went and go it, I am able to see the easily all the details of the respect my data of interest of my SBI bank yesterday. So it's like for general public, it's a normal, less confidential data from a general public. So even that is a what? It's an application. Internally, there is running an application. Without an application, nothing can be displayed on your web screen in here. So this is also an application in here, and that has been placed where it should be in your public cloud for sure, because that is a generalized information you have in here. Similarly, with respect to my home loan. So whenever you're trying to take a home loan, they'll try to save all the detailed information of a customer. So it's not only yours, you will be having a lot many customers who's taking the loan from your banks in here. So all this information will be saved in a very secure place with respect to your bank. But how do they save it? Using an application again. So this application again contains what? A very highly confidential information, where it contains the details of your home loans. So such kind of applications will be placed in your private cloud in here. So what I want to say in here is like, one customer is trying to use the both the clouds, public as well as private. Similarly, my bank is trying to use both of my clouds in here, public as well as my private. So any customer who is trying to take the services of both kind of clouds, public and private, such a customer is called as my hybrid cloud. That's it. It's not like hybrid cloud is not like something a separate cloud you have where you will be having again one more account over there, or you'll be trying to launch your application over there. Nothing like that. So this is something same thing. It's a small concept where the customers who are using both private as well as public clouds are called as hybrid cloud customers. Hybrid cloud customers in here. Okay, as simple as such. So the customers who are using both private as well as public clouds are called as hybrid cloud customers. So I would say your government is a hybrid cloud customer, your bank is a hybrid cloud customer. Okay, and so based upon the things, only if the application is available only in your public, then you're a public cloud customer. Only available in your private, then your private cloud customer. But if a customer is having both the kind of services used, then he's called as a hybrid cloud customer in general. That's only the differences. Okay, so these are about your types of clouds we have with respect to the cloud concept in here. So up to this level, I believe everybody understood. So any questions up to this level before going forward? Okay, good. So next we have, Azure account creation. There's a very good, it's a very important topic to understand. What is this one? What are different things are required to have your account create in here and all those things. So, but before getting the details of your Azure account, I would like to have a small topic on the subscriptions as well as my Active Directory. Then finally we jump into my Azure account creation here. The very first thing you have Active Directory. So what is this one? So generally, for example, if I go back here, I'm trying to access my account in here, Microsoft Azure. I'm a user ID and I'm providing some password and client sign in. So it says that my account or password is incorrect. If you do not remember, reset it now. That's okay. So here, I'm sorry, who is trying to tell me that your password is incorrect? There should be someone who's trying to monitor all my credentials, right? So that is nothing but my Active Directory. So the Active Directory is the one which will be tagged to my Azure account automatically. So you will be having your own Active Directory. So this is a directory where it's not only for looking for your credentials, what you have entered is correct or wrong, but also using the same directory you can create your projects. You can create your Azure different projects, your Azure repositories, your pipelines, your CI/CD pipelines. Everything will be created based upon your Active Directory only in here. So it's very, very important. So this is the one will be tagged automatically to your account once you create account in here. So this helps us in what? In trying to get the details, or you're trying to monitor your credentials what you're trying to enter. Is that really correct or not? If anything goes wrong, yes, you're trying to enter some wrong credentials in here. So all these things will be taken care by your Active Directory in here. Okay, so this will be tagged to your account once we create the account in here. Once you get the account in here. Okay, so this is about your Active Directory. So it's very simple and straightforward, but it's very, very important, because Active Directory is again will be helpful for us to multiple ways again to add more users. I want to have my account, I want to have my subscription to be shared by somebody else, because you will be working in a particular company in general. So you'll be working for a particular for a particular client, I would say. So when you say particular client, is this you who have been trying to create an account? No, right? So that is the account created by your client. But what client wants? Client want you to work on the subscription or work on the account which has been created by the client. So you are just like you're providing, you have been provided the permission to use your client account to do the work on behalf of your client. So how can I give you the permission? How can you give the access to use my subscription or to use my account in here? So you should be added as a member first of all within the list of the team. So if you're not, your name is not there in the list, then you cannot be added at all for the first to provide the access in here. So to add your name within your list, again, you will use your Active Directory. Okay, so this is like to add the name to what? To provide the access to the account, in here. So if your name is not there in the list, I cannot provide access to my account to work on here. To add my name, again I can go to my Active Directory in here for sure. I'll tell you how can you add your name, how can you provide the access. It's all your admin related stuff, not really required, but we still will see what is happening in here. Okay, so with the help of your Active Directory, so it's like it's a kind of a I would say it's like a default directory where it will provide you kind of a identity for your respect to your account in here. So you can identify your account with the help of your ID of your Active Directory in here, or default directory in here what you have in here. Okay, so this is about your Active Directory, guys. Second thing, coming to my subscription. So here we have 3 levels of subscription in generally. First thing is like your free trial. Second one is a pay as you go, and third one is like enterprise level subscription. So let's see the first one. What's the free trial? Even in a training session, we'll try to go with the first one only, free trial. So generally, when you're trying to take any, when you're trying to want to use, for example, Amazon Prime is there, Netflix, YouTube Music. So all these people, what they're trying to go, they're trying to provide you first 30 days free trial, right? So have anybody enjoyed your trial period within your Amazon Prime, or Netflix, or your YouTube Music?
Yeah, it was for 1 month or something they'll give usually.
Exactly, correct. It's
Yeah.
for 1 month.
Yes,
So
Shyam,
most
right.
of us, before going to the, before providing the payment, of before giving all this money to people to have my subscription activated, I'll be using my trial period. So let me check what's there in your account, or what's there in your subscription here. So let me check, and let me make the things habitual to me. If I really like it, if I okay, it's look good for me, it's really worth to pay the amount for you, then next month onwards I will try to pay my money. But let me check, let me try to see what's there in your account, what's there in your subscription. So first 30 days, and that's the business trick even they're trying to go with, because nobody from the day one itself they ask you, go, come on, come, go ahead and pay the amount first and then use it. So in that scenario nobody will show interest, right? So for the business trick to enhance the business, to improve the business in here. So here as well, within your Azure level, what they're trying to do, they're trying to provide a free trial in here. So guys, hold on, please mute. We can hear some background disturbance. Thank you. Okay, so here as well within your Azure level, they are trying to provide a free trial in here. So we need to create a subscription here. So subscription is nothing but it's kind of a what? It's a paid model. Okay, it's a paid model. So you go ahead, pay the amount and use the things in here. It's exactly the same to your Amazon Prime. So even in your YouTube, you have to subscribe. Right? You will be subscribed. You'll be having a lot many subscribers. So even you for Tata Sky, I need a subscription, or any dish, any DTH, I need a subscription. Amazon Prime, I need a subscription. Netflix, I need a subscription. The exactly same model will be applicable in here as well. So subscription. So in the first trial, that had to provide you free trial for first 30 days in here. So from the first day until 30th day of your account creation, you can utilize your Azure account for free, and almost everything is free, and nothing is restricted. Very slightly here and there may be restricted, but most of the things, most of the services are totally open for you to use it. But at the same time, if you remember, I showed you, like on the demo class, I believe, whatever the resource you create, every resource has a charge. For example, I'm trying to create a virtual machine with 4 GB of RAM and around like 1 TB of hard disk, for example. So when you're trying to create a particular virtual machine of such a scenario, of such a configuration, then he may say that okay, go ahead and just pay rupees 2000 rupees per month. And of course, and what you have done, okay, you have created a virtual machine, and as you did, you have used. So I have consumed for just 2 hours, and later on, and later I have deleted the VM. So now in this scenario, still you have to pay how much in generally, if it is 2000 rupees per month, then per hour it may be around 3 rupees or 2 rupees, whatever it is. Since you work for 2 hours, couple of hours, still you have to pay 6 rupees in here. But I've been saying that it's 30 days free trial. It's a free. Then how can, when you again you're saying that, even though you're saying it's free trial and you're saying that I have to pay money based upon the consumption what you've done in here. So how it is good possible? These two things are not in sync at all, right? Sometimes you're saying that I need to pay from my pocket, and again you're saying it's a free of trial. So I don't see any sync between these two words in here. I mean, these two scenarios in here. For that reason being, what Azure is doing, extra part is like, whatever you consume, this particular amount, 6 rupees, you no need to pay from your pocket. Then is it like free of cost? So can I use it for, for the whole month in here? No, again. You can use it, not a problem, because just 2,000 rupees per month. But this particular amount or this particular amount what you're trying to consume will be considered or will be taken care by Azure. How? Along with your 30 days free trial, they'll try to provide some amount around like for 14,500 rupees. It's a, it's a credit amount they're trying to pay for you. That, I mean, they're trying to provide for you, not sorry, they're trying to provide for you. So this is like, this is like your bucket you have. In that bucket, you have a credit amount provided by Azure around like 14,500 rupees. So this amount will be useful for first 30 days in here. So why do they provide this amount in here? Because whatever you consume, whatever you create within your Azure for the first 30 days, how much you consume. For example, if you take the same example in here, I consume for just 2 hours, later I have deleted my virtual machine. So this 2 hours, how much you have to pay? 6 rupees. So you don't need to pay from your pocket. What will happen actually? This 6 rupees will be deducted from the amount what is been provided by your Azure. So this number will keep on reducing when you're trying to go with more services, when you're trying to create more services, and when you're trying to consume more and more services with respect to your cloud in here. So finally, at one point of time, your amount will be 0, or you may left with more amount in here. So finally, you think that you are in 30th day. You are in 30th day, and you are having, around like 5,000 rupees still left over in your account. That means you have utilized rest of the amount, you did a lot of practice, and finally now when I'm 30th day, I have still 5,000 rupees in your account. So few people ask me like, since I have my amount still in my bucket, a credit amount which has been provided by Azure, still I have this amount, can I use it further? Can I still use my services? Still I complete my 5,000 rupees in here? It's no. Answer is no. And your account will be stopped immediately. Okay. So because you have reached your 30th day. So once you reach your 30th day, whatever the amount you left over in here, it doesn't consider at all. Since you reach your 30th day, your account will be stopped. Or the other scenario, suppose think that you are in 20th day. 20th day, and you have consumed so many resources, so much time you practice so rigorously, so where you complete your whole amount within your 20 days of time in here. So in such a scenario, again, is my my account will be active for the next 10 days? Never, because even though it's been active for next 10 days, you will not be able to create any resources as you don't have any amount in your bucket in here. So in this scenario as well, no, and your account will be stopped immediately. So either of the case, which is earlier, either the number of days you reach first, or you complete your amount first. So either of the scenario which comes earlier, your account will be stopped in here, guys. Please keep this in mind. Okay. So to make the things habituated, to learn the things with respect to your Azure cloud in here, Azure is providing you this much 14,500 credit amount so that you can utilize that the whole 30 days and you can use and you can understand the things in here. But in these two scenarios, your account will stop at any cost. And they'll ask you, do you want to upgrade? Because till now you have used my services for free. So now, do you like my services? If yes, do you want to upgrade to my next level? That means pay as you go model. So just pay as you go. How much you consume is now from here onwards, it's like your electricity bill. How much you consume, you'll be getting a bill to your home, right? So of seeing the bill, you have to pay that amount. That's it. Similarly here as well, the next level is pay as you go model. But Microsoft never upgrades you from your free trial subscription to pay as you go subscription automatically. They never do that. They will clearly ask you the permission from you. If yes, then only you have to go and upgrade things in here. And because again in here, while you're trying to upgrade your pay as you go model, you have to mention your PAN number. You have to mention your PAN number in here. So without providing a PAN number, you will not be upgraded to the next model in here. Okay, so that's how it happens. So this is very important. So until and unless you are trying to upgrade yourself on your own, then only you'll be upgraded to pay as you go model. So from this model, once you are in this model in here, from day one after upgradation, you'll be monitored. So you'll be seeing what you're trying to do in here, what kind of resources you're trying to create in here, how much time you're consuming in here. Why? Because they have to they have to charge you. So the similar to your electricity bill. So how much you're trying to consume, based upon that they try to give you the bill. Similarly here as well, within when you are trying to jump into pay as you go model, every month a new invoice will be generated based upon the consumption what you have done. See, with respect to my account in here, because let me provide the correct password. So now I'm jumping into my account. So earlier even I used my free account, but later on I jumped into my, see, this is my subscription. Okay? So when I click on subscription here, so now this is my subscription ID what I have in here, like a customer ID what you have. And see, it's a offer is pay as you go model. Okay, it's pay as you go model in here. And now if you see my invoices, so these are the invoices I have in here. Earlier when I'm using my free trial, so I have been using like zero. See, nothing you have to pay in here, zero. But later on going forward, with respect to each and every month, you'll be having your own the based on the consumption what you have done, you'll be having generated new invoices will be generated, and you have to pay that using your card, whatever the payment mode you choose in here. Okay, so see, everything will be paid in as of now. So this is be not I'll be utilizing for around like 4 to 3 hours every day my cloud services. So with that respect to consumption, this is what I am getting my bills in here. So less, right? So 183 rupees, 200 rupees is very I believe it's less. Okay, so when compared to through 2,000 or 5,000, 6,000 per month, that will be huge costly. But you'll be getting less amount. I'll tell you what need to be done to get the less amount in here. So the only trick is like just delete your resources once you have done with your practice. So here you have two options, guys. One is like you can stop the resources, or the other one you can delete the resources. So what's between your stop and delete in here? Stopping in the sense I have my virtual machine created and currently it's running mode. So now I went in there and I stopped it. Stopping in the sense it's been deallocated. It just the things have been stopped, that's it. But you have never removed your virtual machine directly, from your cloud level in here. So even though it's a stopped mode, you're still utilizing the space over there. You're still utilizing the space in the cloud over there. So that means since you utilize no space in the cloud, you will be charged. You'll be charged. Why? Because we are using the space to what? To maintain my stopped virtual machine. Because later on if you want to go and start it, yes, of course I can do that, because it's only just stopped, guys. I did not delete it at all, so just stopped it. So if you want, you can restart it again. You can restart it, you can stop it, you can restart it whenever you want. You can go to you can do the things in here. So even though here, what happens here, even though you stopped it, you still, my virtual machine is available within my cloud in here. That means you are trying to consume again more space, using the space to maintain my stopped VM in here. So since you're consuming the space, you will be charged with respect to my stop option. But delete is what, whatever the things you are in, either it's running mode or stop mode, whatever it is, I want to totally remove my things from the space. I don't want to have even small things with respect to my account in cloud engine. That means I'm trying to remove everything from cloud. Everything from cloud. Since you do not have any component or any resources within your cloud level, then what cloud will charge? So there's nothing to charge. You're not utilizing even small space over there. You have deleted everything. Since you're not utilizing anything here, you no need to pay anything. You don't need to pay anything in here. That's the difference between stop and delete. So whatever you're trying to do in here, my recommendation is, like, as per the practice part, with respect to practicing level, whatever you try to practice as much as you can. But after that, try to delete them. Try to remove everything from cloud, because today you may be working for 3 hours. Later on, morning you may work on. Later on, you want to work on evening. In between, they may be having 5 to 6 hours of gap. So you are trying to have your resources unnecessarily within the cloud for these 6 hours. That means you have to pay for that as well. So in order to avoid such kind of such kind of unnecessary things, you can go and delete the things, because in here some people may think, okay, again creating a virtual machine may take longer time. It may consume more time for me. It's a waste of time for me. No, not a problem, because creation of your virtual machine or create of any resource within your Azure level, as I told you, doesn't take more than 5 minutes, just 5 minutes only. So I'll show you that how can you create your things in here, of course, later on. So always try to delete the things so that you can save your money and you can save the space in the cloud as well. Okay, so that's the thing, guys. So when you want free trial, so to maintain, if you want to make sure this amount to come mostly for my 30th days, do not leave your resources simply like that. Try to delete it whenever you're done with your consumption, or whenever you're done with your practicing part, so that no amount will be deducted more amount from your amount, create amount provided by Azure. And finally you can get, and you can save more even after 30th day, the first scenario what I told you. But of course, even though you have more amount, create amount left over, it's not like you can carry forward. Your account will be stopped for sure. Understood? So any questions,
Sham,
guys? Yeah.
yes, I was waiting for this statement. Okay, so my first question would be like, where exactly I can see the entire billing for the month? And the second question is like, if you go back to the, Azure portal, if you see the services, there's a list of the charges for a specific service. So how do I identify, what are those services exactly which I consume? Let's say, for example, invoice ID saying E and all.
Here it is. Within the subscription level, you can find that. So what your actual things you're going with. So based upon what your amount is being charged. So each and every point to point description or the details you can find in your cost analysis within your subscription level. This is the first thing. The other thing you said, like, I mean, you want to know how much you've been charging, what invoices. Here you can see in the billing section, you can see invoices in here. So when you click on invoices under my subscription, you can find all the invoices will be generated. So you can see how much has been generated, how much you have to pay, the amount in here, everything. So what is the status of the bill? If you paid already, is it failed or succeeded or paid or no, it's still in due? All the status will be shown in here. Okay.
Correct.
So,
And since now it looks like it's an private account, right? So if it's an enterprise account, then will everyone able to see the billing or just the admin guy? I mean, is there a specific role to assign to those people?
see, generally, if we have admin role specifically, so you have, it's like a owner role. So generally, owner can see the subscription because since I'm the owner of my account, I can see my subscription directly. But you will not be going up to this level in here. So owner will be doing to do this in here. So to have the similar kind of control to you as well, then you should be provided the role of owner. In generally we have three types of roles, like first thing like your owner, contributor, and your read access. So owner has everything, each and every part what we are trying to do now, everything in here. So contributor is the one who can do everything, but only few things he may not do, like you're looking into subscription. Of course, internal again they'll be having more internal access where you will not be able to see your how much amount is being created because it's enterprise level. So in enterprise level you can see lakhs of amount per month, but those many applications will be running, and there's not like you'll use for 1 hour 2 hours and you'll stop there or delete the resources. So it will be keep on going for 24/7 for a whole month with multiple applications. So you have internal again more access provided by admin. It should be provided by admin to see all those things. But in general, we will not be allowed to see all those things in here. But so if you're trying to provide the owner access, like how your client has the same access even to you as well, then yes, you can go ahead and you can view the things in here as per as we are doing currently. Okay.
Is there any cost variation between enterprise level and pay as you go, right?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Of course, right? Because for enterprise level, so many applications are running background.
Yeah. Since you are trying to provide enterprise level means there will be lot many applications. Here,
Yes,
this is something like individual accounts, like only
our individual accounts.
Yeah, individual accounts or pay-as-you-go model again are taxed to your enterprise as well. Even these people are trying to pay the amount how much is based upon the consumption what they have done. But comparing to the individual accounts and compared to enterprise level, this is separate subscription and this is separate subscription you have in here. So enterprise level you don't find within simply in the portal level. When you're trying to go and do the things, you don't find it in here. You have to reach out to your Azure, your Microsoft people specifically to have your account created. So when you go in here, for example, see, I'm trying to go now, your account create, for example, Azure account creation. When you click on something Azure for free in here, say I can see pay as you go or start free, but I don't see my enterprise level in here. So that is, because that's a big business. So it's not a small thing. It's a huge business in you. So they want the people to contact them directly. So they go ahead and because since they're trying to handle many applications and then cloud providers knows that enterprise will try to consume more. But that doesn't mean they try to provide discounts when compared to our individual accounts like us. So in general, this is, when you go to the bank, right? Oh, okay, you are a doctor, you have special discount, sir. You are from software, your IT sector, you have a special discount for respect to home loan when compared to my general public, right? So general things you have. Even when you're trying to purchase a car, you are a doctor, you have a special discount. It's not the same amount where you have to pay when compared to other people in here. So it's like, so like a discounts you'll be having with respect to enterprise level because they are trying to give more business to the cloud. They're trying to pay much more rather than compete to individual contributors like us. So obviously, the way they get the bill with respect to enterprise will be different with respect to our things. Obviously, they'll be getting more discount when compared to our things in here with individual accounts in here. Okay.
Shyam sir, this is the first class.
Who is that?
Yeah, this is Rajkumar. Is this first class or?
I would say it's a basic class only. Nothing much happened.
Just it's like demo.
Yeah, it's not like demo actually. We have done with the demo and we just started knowing about the basic things of a cloud. That's it. But coming to my Azure level, this is the first
Okay.
class.
Okay, before learning Azure Devops, at least we have to know basic things about Azure admin. Is it possible to learn Azure admin?
Admin is not required in here.
Admin is not required in DevOps.
Yeah, so because we are DevOps means in sense you are like a deployment mostly, and also
Okay.
admin stuff like creation of your what to say, providing access to the people or creating a creation of your resources. That part will be taught within a training session in here. So you
Okay.
don't need to any knowledge on before coming to this particular session.
Dotun,
Any other questions, guys? With respect to your first one,
Shrikant here.
yes, Srikanth.
Do we need to stop the resource at the end of the day in real time?
No, no,
So
no.
we, so what
That's
will
what
we
I'm
do?
saying. We never stop or we never delete the resource in the real time. So
Yes,
this is
which will.
only up to our practicing purpose.
Okay, fine. So
So if you
the
stop
billing
in
will
real time, what will happen? The application will
no,
be
the billing
stopped.
will continue, right? If you are not using the resource, the billing will continue, right? So that is my question.
Shyam, your
So
laptop battery, take care of it.
laptop battery, 1 second. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, sorry, Srikanth, could you please repeat? Your voice is very slow actually.
In real time, if you have not stopped the resource, then the billing will go on, right?
See, let's take us YouTube.
Okay.
Again, YouTube is one of the application which is available in the cloud. Now, in the morning session, like in the morning, we'll be in India, it's morning now. So we'll be using the application. But in America, at some other place, it's night. So do you think that YouTube will be stopped over there because they're
No,
sleeping?
no.
There will be some people, take my example. I will not get sleep so easily. Okay, what I'll do, I'll start searching some videos. I'll just start viewing some videos in my YouTube at late night, 3 o'clock in the at late night. So that's how you can't stop
Okay,
any application, guys, because it's a
okay, fine.
24 bar should be done. So that is
Okay,
the reason being you will be have charged so much. You have,
okay,
at the same time, those many customers are there. Why are people providing you the application access 24/7? Because those many customers are there. If I stop providing the things, customers will be impacted. So if the
yes,
customer don't like your application, if they move forward, they'll go away from you. That means you're losing the business. If you're
true.
losing the business, then what is the use of going to the cloud and paying the money to the cloud and back in there? So it will be very, very hectic to the people's in here. So no application will be stopped in your real time for sure. So Google Pay, for example, or Phone Pay. If you stop the application at nights, then how the transaction, the people who are roaming around at nights, at midnight, 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock early in the morning, they want to pay for some Phone Pay for ice cream. Then how do they pay? So it should not be stopped. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Srikanth. So that's all, guys, with respect to my, the subscription level, what you have in here. And now coming to my actual creation of my Azure account. So to have your Azure account created, so what are the things you require in here? The first point is like you should need a valid email ID. Let me write in capital letters. Email ID, or you should have a valid email, because whatever the things you try to do within your Azure level, suppose you're trying to create a virtual machine, it's been created successfully, your email will be sent to your email. Or like it's been something went wrong, the deployment got failed, email will be sent to your account, email ID again backend. So every pinpoint of steps will be sent to my email ID. At the same time, going forward, this email ID will be your user ID. See here, for example, my things, you see here, this is my user ID. If I log out in here, sign out, when I'm trying to sign in back again, this is my user ID. So it's asking me to pick an account. So I'm trying to click on my user ID and it's asking me for the password. This is my user ID in here. So similar to this case as well, your email ID will be your user ID going forward. So that is the reason being they're asking you, please provide a valid email ID for sure. Okay. So user ID to access your account in here. Similarly, you require a valid phone number in here, because sometimes you will be sent a OTP to your phone numbers to validate. Is that really you or not? So this to all these things, to make it more secure. So nobody, they don't want any other people, unauthorized people to access your account. So to be more secure, everything, they tend to have all those things in here. Okay. So, and finally, the very important point. So once currently you may be going with your trial mode in here, but later on we have to jump into pay as you go model, just in case if you want to go with. So when you're trying to go with pay as you go model, you have to pay the money to them, right? So it's not like the cloud people will not sit until you pay the money. So they'll wait for 10 days and later on they want to deduct the amount automatically from your account, because you already consumed the amount. If you're not paying, then what about my Azure cloud in here? So they'll be in loss, right? So they'll be having such a way that they want to provide the account details in such a way that they'll wait for first 10 days and later on the amount will be deducted automatically from your account, they say. But it never happened to me till now, because sometimes I took even 20 days of time to pay the amount, but they never deduct anything like that. It's a real-time experience what I had from Azure level with respect to Azure in here. So here you don't need to provide your bank account number, or you don't need to provide your bank account details in here, IFSC code, nothing, but they are asking for a valid credit card details. So it's account in the sense here, it's not your bank account, guys, it's about your credit card. So even the same thing will be happening with when you're trying to take a subscription with respect to your Amazon or Netflix, all those things, right? And because when they take this one, it's not like that they'll be charging you things in here automatically. As I clearly mentioned you, after your trial period, to upgrade your things to pay as you go model, they clearly ask your permission for sure. So without asking your permission, they'll never go ahead. Please keep this in mind in here. Okay. All right, let me show you the things in here. Let me go start free. So they'll clearly mention the the wordings over there. It's like some statements they're trying to mention. I already have, okay, I cannot have it now. Okay, they clearly mentioned that the statement that we never charge you automatically, we never upgrade you automatically. Everything with respect to your permission only will go ahead, because guys, you can easily you can believe this, because it's a Microsoft, it's not a small account, it's not a local company in here. So it's very genuine one. So providing your card details in here is just to make sure that if you want to upgrade to pay as you go, then only this particular card comes into picture, or else never. If you want to stop your Azure account, you can stop there itself. You can cancel your subscriptions, you have an option for that even. Okay, So credit card details they're trying to ask you. This will be helpful for you only, or it will be used only when you're trying to upgrade to pay as you go. If not, nothing will charge in here. But when you're trying to create a free trial account and when you try to provide your credit card details in here, to make sure you are providing a valid credit card, they will just deduct 2 rupees only. 2 rupees only, to make sure that you're trying to provide a valid and active status credit card. Just 2 rupees that I detected in here. And this too, after a couple of hours or on the same day, they will credit back from your sorry, they will be credited back to your account in here. So once first time they will be deduct 2 rupees, later on they will credit the same 2 rupees back to your account. So it's totally zero. Then why trying to deduct 2 rupees? To make sure only it's a active credit card. It's a credit card is in active mode, and it's a author, and it's a genuine credit card what you're trying to provide in here. It's not something which has been disabled or which has been wrong one, which is not in active status. I don't want all those things. I want to have a valid credit card in you. For that reason they deducted 2 rupees, and if you're able to deduct 2 rupees, that means it's a status is active. But once your account creation is done on the same day, you 2 rupees will be credited back to your account again. So it's totally zero. So nothing have been charged. Only for your authentication or only for your authorization purpose only they tend to use this 2 rupees in here. Okay, so these 3 things are mandatory to create your account creation. Debit card is not allowed, guys, in here. So generally within your statement what they mention over there, they'll show debit or credit, but debit cards are not happening within your India level. Probably in USA or somewhere else your debit cards may be accepted, but here it's not been accepting somehow. Okay, and one more thing is, once you complete creating your free account, I want to create one more free account. I don't want to upgrade to pay as you go model, but I want to have one more free account of 30 days again. Yes, you can do that, but you have to provide new details of your email ID, new phone number, and new credit card. So you cannot use the old credit card again. It never accepts. Earlier it used to accept, guys. So if you provide a new email ID and phone number and credit card is same, they used to accept. But now somehow they're trying to track your credit card details internally again when you're trying to create an account in here. So you have to provide new details of all these 3 particular points what we mentioned in here to have your new free trial account again. And one more other important point, it's not a mandatory point to have the credit card on your name. It's not required. It can be your father's, it can be your mom's, it can be your sister, it can be your friend, it can be your colleagues, anybody, no problem. Only thing is like OTP will be sent to their respective mobile numbers. You have to mention the OTP where you're trying to create your account immediately. That's it. Your account will be created. Okay. So this is about your creation of account, and these 3 points are very important to have account creation in here. So once you account is created, yes, Jyoti, that's what I'm mentioning. I mentioned in here. It's not like credit card need not to be in your name only. It can be anybody's. It can be your family member. It can be your colleagues. It can be well-wisher, whatever. Who it can be anybody's. You can take consider anybody credit card, but only thing is like OTP will be sent because the very first time you're trying to use it, 2 rupees will be deducted from your account. So that to deduct those 2 rupees, OTP will be sent to their respective mobile phones. So you have to keep them in handy so that they can provide you the OTP immediately while you're creating your account. That's the only thing. Okay, anybody credit card is accepted. Only they want to have a genuine credit card. That's it. It's not like you have to provide the credit card which is having your own name on that. It's not required at all. It's not a mandate. You can use anybody's credit card in here, right? So any questions, guys?
Yeah, Shyam,
Right
Chandra
then.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
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 Chandra.
for
Yes, please go ahead.
for subscriptions, when we want to create an enterprise level, what are the details we need to give there?
Chandra, your voice is breaking.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Chandra. Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, for subscriptions, enterprise level is there, right? If you want to
Mhm.
create, if you want to go with enterprise level, what are the details you need to provide?
So, sorry, your voice broke last. When you want to create enterprise subscription, then how do you want to go with? Right? That's the
Yeah,
question.
yeah. What is the details we need to provide? Let me ping you in the chat.
So even for the people who are trying to go enterprise level, even for those people, they have to have their own email ID in here. But so when you're trying to go with enterprise level in here, these people, it's not like, the whole enterprise is not running based upon one people. So there's maybe lot many directors, right? So yeah, that's what. So there's maybe having lot many people who will be owning the same company. There may be lot many stakeholders over there, right? So chairman, all those, there will be multiple people. It's not based, the whole company is not based upon only one people in here. For example, think that there are five people, 5 persons or 5 people who are running the business. So these 5 people owns trying to go ahead and want to push everything to the cloud level in here, and they want their organization application to run in that. Now among these 5 people, which whom's email ID I have to take in here? So generally, if I take only one of the people, what about the other 4 people? Do they agree? Never, because everybody has a share in the business. So it's like you cannot go with only one email ID. But what about my other people? Because of the whole, the whole application will be under. If you are taking to take control under one email ID, what about other 4 people? They don't know what's happening in there, so they don't have any control over there. So they don't like it. So what they did is, like, when you're trying to come into enterprise level, instead of providing one email ID, what they do, they will try to provide a distribution email ID in here. Distribution email ID. Have you heard about this word distribution? DL, distribution list. Have you ever heard such kind of things? Yeah, distribution email ID. So if you may not understand this one, let me go through a very small example. Suppose you may be having working for some companies, right? So you will be having your developers, you'll be having your testers, you'll be having your deployment team, as well as we also have a support team as well. Why do we need support team in here? Because whenever you're trying to run something with respect to my production environment, the main live environment, if something goes wrong all of a sudden, who should take the responsibility to see the issue, what it is? Who is responsible in resolving the issue immediately, so that my customer should not be impacted very much? That's nothing but my support team in here. So you will be seeing support team for every project, everywhere, wherever you go with. Okay, there'll be support people in here who's trying to support the live environment in here. So this is something like, it's not like based upon only one people. So you will be having, like 5 people per application in here. Per application here, 5 to 6, 3, 4, 1, 2. It can be anything, but not one. Probably 2 or 3 people will be having. This is like a team in here. So now, for example, the end user, one, who is the owner of the application, found one bug, and is saying that, okay, I'm not able to see in so and so option in my application. When I open my YouTube, I'm able to view the videos, but when I click on one of my video, it's not playing. So it's a bug. I want to fix it immediately. So what I do, I will try to send a list. Also, I will to send an email to my support people. So here you have only 5 people. Suppose you have 10 people, then is it like you have to add all the 10 people email IDs in the email, so that you can send your incident or send your issue to these people in here? For the one time is okay, twice is okay, but this is the process you have to going forward, right? So going forward for everything what will happen in your real-time perspective. Every time adding these many emails to my email is not a, it's a hectic part for the clients, hectic part for my end users. So what they do, they will try to create one email which is called as, you know, distribution list. So this is a kind of a email where this contains the total list of members. All the 10 people email IDs will be available in this particular email ID in here. So when I say, so, you know, for example, ABC, suppose like ABC support team. This is my email ID. ABC dot my support dot, you know, team in here. So this is my email ID, but this is my outer part of the things in here with respect to my abc.com or what is the company it is in here. So but in this email ID, it's not like only one people you're having. In this particular email, this is a kind of a distribution list where this contain all the 10 members emails in here. Okay, so similar to that here as well, when this many people are owning the organization, it's not like you will try to create an account based on using only one email ID in here, but you will try to create a distribution list kind of email ID, and this email ID will be used while creating my account in here. Okay, and you know, for this is like with respect to your organization, you'll be have a separate PAN number. Okay, so there'll be have a lot many other things with respect to enterprise levels in here. So you have to provide those details when you're trying to go with your enterprise level subscriptions in here. So more deeper to this, I'm not sure, guys, because you know it's enterprise level, so it's a highly you know, higher hierarchy will take care of these things in here. That's a
Okay, okay, thanks, Shyam.
sure. So any other questions, guys, with respect to your Azure account creation details? Right, then we'll stop here. Chandra, you cannot give me phone number. If you want, you can contact Ravi, and he will conference with me so that we can talk if you want.
This free trial is only for 30 days.
Exactly. Just for 30 days.
After completion of 30 days, then we have to pay.
It's not like you have to pay. If you want to, you know, if you want to continue with your things, then only you have to jump into pay as you go model. So this is like pay as you go next level subscription you have in here. If you don't want to pay, you want to stop there, you can stop it there itself. And if you want to have one more free trial subscription, then as I told you, provide new details of all your email ID, phone number, as well as your credit card, all new details of, so that you can have one more free trial subscription here. Okay. Okay then, guys, then we can wind up for today. We'll meet tomorrow, and yeah, tomorrow, guys, okay, I'll start. I will have a small example with respect to resource group and subscription. After that, I would like to create my Azure account. So I would like to have one of you have like a volunteer tomorrow to have the account creation, so that you will be sharing your screen, guys, and everybody will be seeing your screen. Everybody try to understand how the account will be created. I'll be guiding you to create the account, and you know, so that will be helpful for all others as well to create their own accounts later on. So whom I can expect for tomorrow's class as a volunteer to create account?
Sham, Sachin here.
Yes, Sachin.
I can do that, but you need to have a credit card.
Yeah, that's what I said, right?
Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, I have my laptop. We'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be volunteer.
Oh yeah, sure. Thanks a lot, Sachin. Thanks, we really appreciate it.
I can do it, Shyam.
You can also, who's that? The other person, Chandrasekhar as well. Very good, Chandrasekhar. So we'll see. Jashan, if we have any issue with your Sachin, then we can go with you as well, Chandra. Okay, you can be a backup.
Okay.
as a team.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
for that we have a small concept to be learn. So we learn that and then we jump into additional factor. Okay. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Then
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
and we'll make more
Thanks.
back in. Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you, Sean. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.